Buongiorno a tutti and welcome to Casavecchia Villa Kitchen. Today we are making ravioli from scratch. As my Nonna would do, with not much compliments, she would just throw the ravioli into the serving platter with a little sauce on top. And that's it. Enjoy! We'll start with our pasta dough. We are using 80% of all-purpose flour and 20% of semolina durum wheat flour. Because we have 2 eggs, we are going to have 100 grams per egg. So I'm making a big well. In this way, no egg will be escaping from my pasta dough. Little by little, we'll incorporate the flour into the pasta egg mixture. At this point that the pasta, the egg and the flour has become like a paste, and I will start to incorporate the flour completely into our paste by scraping the flour and pressing the flour into the mixture. Now I will use my hands into pressing all the flour into the mixture, working as a glue. So I'm taking it and pressing all together. Since it's a little dry, because we used small eggs, I'm going to damp briefly my hands into the water. So I will slowly incorporate some hydration into my pasta dough. And this will be enough already, I can feel it. Now, dominant foot upward and the other foot behind us. And I'm going to put all my weight in this way into rocking on my feet, okay? So all my weight will go directly into the pasta dough. Now it's not time to incorporate more flour, but it's the time to work the dough itself. So no more flour, only working into the dough. This is the time to dissociate a little bit if you want, or to meditate, or to just think what you're going to do next. What's the next step to cook? What's the next step for our pasta dough? I rotate it, I touch it with my fingers, it's silky smooth, I point it in and it's bouncing right back. There will be a little hole, but it's not staying there, it's bouncing back a little bit, not completely, but a little bit. The pasta needs to rest because of the gluten, because otherwise if we go rolling in right now the pasta will shrink back. We'll put either in a plastic wrap or under a bowl. We're putting it under a bowl because today I prefer to use more organic ways of doing it, and we're resting it for at least 15 minutes. Okay, so now we're making our filling for our ravioli. We have already boiled and chopped spinaches that we're going to put in our bowl. They are also already cold, otherwise would be not a pleasure to cook these ravioli. Then we have fresh ricotta, and we'll try to put it without the water, and a little bit of Parmesan cheese, already grated Parmesan cheese. You go by heart. So I will say 20-30 grams of Parmesan cheese, a generous amount of black pepper, and a good pinch of salt. A little bit more, because ricotta is a little bit plain. So maybe 7 grams. And now we I don't want to see any spinach by itself. I want to have a completely mixed filling. And so, this is our filling for the ravioli. Now we're going to make the ravioli shell. Now we have our dough. Our machine to make ravioli needs to be at the widest of the rolling pins. Now we're doing what we call a lasagna sheet, or the basic sheet to start and making all the kinds of pasta that we usually do. Would be the same to make spaghetti, tagliatelle, fettuccine, lasagna, and so on. I'm not a precise person, but for pasta I am. So you can see that the process to make ravioli and to make tagliatelle is the same. We're just going to make our pasta sheet a little thinner than the tagliatelle because it's going to be double pasta on top. And we have our pasta sheet for the ravioli. And now we have our water, our filling ready, and we're going to make the ravioli. So we'll work in the first part of the pasta because these other pasta will fold on top of the filling. And I am going to fold on top of the filling, and I will start from the head of the filling to push down all the air that we might have into the filling, otherwise the ravioli will boil out. We'll give a more precise shape at the end. And now we'll close even better the ravioli with our fork. For example, this one is not good because we also have to point what we do wrong, and this, it will go to waste in the boiling water. So if you find a ravioli that unfortunately the pasta has broken, just leave it aside and maybe you can recycle the filling inside, but the pasta is done. And you will not use this because it will explode into the pasta. We have butter, grounded nutmeg, grounded black pepper, freshly grounded, and sage. We are now going to melt the butter, and the melted butter will incorporate all the aromas. So this is perfect because it's frying, and you can, if you are here, you could smell the aromas of nutmeg and black pepper, which is beautiful to me. The leaves of the sage are to eat. Never set them aside. So now it's frying, everything is melted, and it's done to be set aside. So this is going over here. So our ravioli are done, and they're waiting, just waiting to go into the pasta water, and we are going to put them one by one into the pan, into the pot. I can tell that they are ready when I can feel the pasta that is tender against my tool, against my utensil. So I can still feel that it's hard, and so it's not ready quite yet. It needs a couple more minutes again. This soft, this elastic. And so we need maybe one more minute. Butter sauce here. And again, as we did before, we reheat the sauce. In this way we don't give any thermal shock to our pasta. And it will briefly cook for 1-2 more minutes. Okay, so the butter is boiling, it's frying. And so we're going to put our ravioli in. I'm adding the pasta water to mantecare the pasta and to create that perfect sauce. So you see that already this kind of white sauce is processing together. That is the mantecatura state for the pasta. So, and we're done. As my nonna would do, with not much compliments, she would just throw the ravioli into the serving platter with a little sauce on top. And that's it. Enjoy! Delicioso!
Wow.
Grazie,
Bellissimo.
ciao!